As the professor has mentioned in our class, we already had some conception about the vaccine development and also a malaria vaccine development. But until now, there's no malaria vaccine has shown a satisfactory protective efficacy or been rolled out. Progress in malaria vaccine development and many of the reasons why this has been slower than desired have been reviewed recently. Here we will focus on the role of correlates of protection, which is also called COP, in malaria vaccine development. There are now at least 3 different conceptual definitions have been used for COPs, which have created confusions in the literature. We have made a conclusion that immunological correlates of protection are immunological markers or immunological indicators, such as disease-specific antibodies, which correlate with the protection against disease, and they are measurable with the immunological assay. Here is generally a negative correlation between it and the clinical endpoint. That is, the higher the level of the immunological indicator, the lower the probability of the corresponding clinical endpoint event. A surrogate of protection is a COPE that reliably predicts a vaccine's level of protective efficacy on the basis of the construct in the vaccinated or unvaccinated groups for immunological measurements. The point is that quantities may be measured instead of the clinical endpoints of interest. In Figure 1, protection is illustrated as the process which interrupts the pathway between exposure or infection and the clinical endpoint. This is meant to cover both the prevention of infection among exposed individuals and the prevention of disease among infected individuals. The marker 1 and marker 2 represent 2 sorts of intermediates or substitute immune markers involved in or influenced by the relationship between a vaccination or protection. As drawn, both marker 1 and marker 2 should change. They can appear, disappear, or increase in the concentration